What are the signs that you're dating a loser? Today, let me tell you all about it. Sign number one, that is, if he makes you feel weird or crazy or a psychopath. When we want to be in a committed relationship, or we want an engagement, or we want to get married, have kids, etc. There are so many men out there who paint the picture as if the woman is a psycho who wants these normal things, that something is wrong with her. They would always say, you are not open-minded, or stop pushing me. Girls, be alerted. These words always come from a womanizer. Well, we're women. We have a body clock ticking. If we want kids, we definitely cannot wait until 50. That's why we can't just spend 10 years waiting for him to finish clubbing. And then maybe he will decide if he wants to marry or not. But I don't mean that you should rush into the marriage. You need time to get to know each other well, maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years, but there should be a time limit that both of you settled. This is what I'm talking about, meeting halfway. Sign number two, that is, if he's flaky, ghosts you, vanishes, or is completely unreliable. Ladies, haven't we all met this type? If he doesn't keep his promises, if he ghosts you, if he's unreliable, then one time, okay, things happen. But second time, bye. I hate those guys who simply give us promises and then nothing ever happened. All his promises came because he had an agenda. He wanted to sleep with you, take you in bed so that you would give what he wants. After he got you, he broke his promises. Please stay away from this kind of scumbag. And I know it's not easy to meet high-quality men, but I'd rather to be single than being with someone who is not really up to the level that I think I deserve to be treated. That's why we see more and more girls remain single even after 30. By the way, in my opinion, women above 30 are really beautiful and even more attractive than their 20s. Sign number three, that is, if he lacks of depth, has no other interest than drinking, playing video games, and watching porn. This is just generally speaking. What I mean is, if you feel like you have nothing to talk about when you're together, even when you're dating, your lack of topics to communicate, well, can you imagine how bored you would be with him in the rest of your life? So ladies, make sure you find somebody you have things in common with. Sign number four, that is, if he lacks of any form of basic gentleman skills. I think that holding up the door for others rather than throwing it in their faces is basic manners. Or for example, you're walking next to a man and you feel a little bit chilly. You're wearing a short sleeve top or something like that and you feel a bit cold. And he doesn't take off his jacket to offer to you. Small things like that really show if a man is a gentleman. And if a man is selfish in bed, he's not a gentleman either. Sign number five, that is, if he starts manipulating you. In a healthy relationship, both partners will listen to each other and be willing to compromise. A manipulator will have a my way or a highway attitude about it. Manipulators also undermine your self-confidence. If someone feels that though they have to make you feel less than in order to gain power over you, they will try to control and manipulate you. Remember this, if he really cares about you, his interest will be in lifting you up, not knocking you down. And of course, manipulators guilt trip you. I tell you, they're smart. They always use the same trick, blaming you, making you feel bad, and getting you to wonder what really did happen. In the end, it's all your fault. He would just run away from all responsibilities. So girls, are you really being treated the way you deserve to be treated? I wish you find the right guy who deserves your love and heart.